Greetings, Cretonian comrades, and welcome to Songs of Syx. This is a really cool game that we originally took a look at a couple months ago, but since then it's gotten a huge update. It's currently in version 0.69, nice, and it's got a campaign and a new tutorial and new everything, so I think it's worth another look, and if we like it, we're going to do a proper Let's Play series of it as well, which I'm very much looking forward to. So, without further ado, let's press play. Now, before we get started, a little warning. I did a test run and I tried to read the tutorial, the text that comes up that sets up the story and the setting. The text goes by a little bit too fast for live reading. I'll do my best, but you'll see me rushing some of it maybe. But yeah, just prepare yourself. There's going to be a lot of names, a lot of places, a lot of fantasy, races and locations. So let's go and start the tutorial and learn about the setting. The Struggles of Hottam Greattusk. Since their creation, the stout yet short Cretonians once inhabited the large and fertile plains of Coralia. They first made contact with men in the year 349 in the Third Age, as a trading vessel from the kingdom of Agari went off course and encountered one of their settlements, and after some initial suspicion, a trade agreement was struck. The Cretonians are many things, but they do not possess a business mind. Men offered many things and trinkets that they had not seen before, and they gladly traded gems for glass beads and fine meat and hides for watered-down piua. Eventually, the Cretonians were in debt and started trading their lands for what they had grown to depend on. The Agarians were not the only kingdom. Soon, the northern Franchi kingdom, the Inurian nomads established colonies to sap the richness of the Cretonian ancestral lands. In 353, the War of the Golden Rose. Oh no, the Cretonian, they lost, they were in the war, and then it was brutal. Many great heroes fell. The Franchi burned and slaughtered the Cretonian tribes that picked the wrong side, and Coralia laid in ruins. It was at this time that a Cretonian chieftain by the name of Hottam Greattusk was declared Numbi by the shamans and tasked with finding a new home for his people. He gathered what was left of his tribe and set out to cross the Phrygian mountains in search of a new home, and they called it New Cretonia. I did my best. Basically, in summary, we're playing for this campaign as the Cretonians. We are settling a brand new land, trying to find a home. I really like this setting. Humble beginnings, rebuilding of a desolate empire, especially a people that's been wronged. I think it's really cool. So, let's jump right in. Krator's blessings. We made it into Samba. Now the rest is up to you. I'm Hottam Greattusk, and I will guide you through the first steps of your journey. Know that I'm no wet nurse. It's important that you do only what I tell you. Do not click anything without my permission, or you might compromise our mission. First, my young chieftain, you must learn a thing or two about navigating your surroundings. You move your view with those WASD keys and change height with the mouse wheel or with the small plus-minus buttons by the minimap. If you find yourself in want of these instructions again, I'm over here. Just click my portrait. Now right-click your hand device to close this message and get to work. Okay. I think we can say mouse. You know? Oh, WASD keys, right. Try the zoom. So zoom all the way out and explore the map. That's cool. And then zoom back in. Good. To test your prowess, I've thrown you off on the map. Now find your way back to your subject in the throne room. I'll add a little magic arrow to guide you. Alright. Good. Our first task should be food. Food is very important. I like that. I like just like putting your camera somewhere random and going like, find your way home. I think that's fun. If we run out of edibles, we are doomed. Not to rush you, Your Majesty. If I run out of edibles, I'm doomed too. To prevent our stores from spoiling, we should store these goods in a warehouse. So let's get the brothers busy building one. You'll find the option to build one down below. There's a lot to constructing a room, but surely a great mind like yourself can figure it out. This feels loaded. First, you lay out the area of the room. Each room then has items that need to be clicked and placed inside this area. You must place down at least 6 crates. May Cretor guide your hand. Right, we must construct a warehouse. Oh, I like this music. Logistics warehouse. Okay, so if it's a warehouse, I don't know if we want to build it directly next to the water, right? A warehouse, you maybe want to leave some room that there's other stuff next to it, basically on all sides. You want the warehouse to be sort of in the middle. So click this button. Click and hold the left mouse button and assign the area. Okay, we're going to leave 2 spaces for a road. And then go 5 by 5 like so. If need be, remove some of the area. The area should be around 5 by 5, not much bigger. The whole area needs to be connected. Cool. On the edges, walls will be built. Use the highlighted button to select a tool that lets you convert some of those walls into doorways. Since this is a warehouse, I think I want doorways like that on all sides. Now click an item here, crates, and place at least 6 of them in the designated area of the room. Can we place 6 of them? Wait. Oh, we can rotate this. Okay. Yeah. I guess that's the crate, and then the arrow is like, that's where it needs access to. Okay, yeah, sure. I think we have space for 6. Cool. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. That's nice, I think. Oh, that's more than 6, actually. We made 8. Okay, they say at least 6. Yeah, that works for me. Construct. In the world of Syx, things take time. Things like construction and clearing are completed in days, not minutes. Luckily, you can use this ancient contraption to speed up the passage of time. You can also use the number 1, 2, and 3, and 4 buttons. Alright, so 1 is pause. Oh! Oops. Construct a warehouse with at least 6 crates. Alright. 250 speed. Okay, that's very fast. 1 speed, double crest for 1/4 speed. Oh, that's fun. So like you can actually, there's actually many more speed settings. Oh, that's cute. All right, let's see if there's there used to be felled tree. There, we might need some wood. I don't know. Okay, we'll let them work. Look, they've got names. Oddjobber, Cretonian Oddjobber, Elena Weedle. Can we rename them? Trying to click on the name or something. Can mark them as favorite. I always like if in games like this, if you can rename people. And, ooh, we do have a really cool thing. Let me see if I can find a way to rename them. Declare day off. Elevate. Oh, that looks like a rename. Rename subject. Cool. Okay, so I usually like to rename people after like people in our community, right? On Twitch, if I'm streaming, it'll be like the people from chat. But actually, I had an idea. So while they're building this, I'll get on my, you know, my little creator shilling. So I recently, I should introduce, if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Lelling. I'm a former game dev. I worked on Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And now I mostly just play games instead. And I love to play games here on YouTube and also on Twitch. And recently I became a YouTube affiliate, which means you can support me here. And I figured a really fun perk that we could have is if for the lowest tier, so you don't need, I've made it super cheap. I thought it would be really cute that in games like this where you get to rename people, I could rename people after anyone who supports me. I think that's really cute. You know, there's not much, I'm not like a video essayist. I'm not improving the world. I'm not making amazing contributions to the world of science communication or something. So my contribution is silly little names. in silly little games. So yeah, hell yeah. Thank you for considering. All right, let's speed up even more. I guess no, we don't have to speed up even more. We can just, I think they're almost done. They're on the boxes now. Are they just sleeping like that? Relaxing. Look, they just go flat on the ground. I love that. They're making a roof and everything. That's pretty cool. By Krator's whiskers, this is good progress. Now I need you to click the warehouse to allocate one dedicated worker, delivery man, and also allocate 2 crates of meat. 2 crates for meat. Okay. Pause. Oh, space does not pause. Interesting. I kind of feel like space should pause. So click on the warehouse. Ooh. Sort, filter, bulk. Click here to allocate a worker. Find meat in this list. In which list? Purple, purple. Settings. That looks like meat to me. We must now store up some food to get us through the initial phase of our settlement. We Cretonians have no taste for flesh, but it is what we have at hand. By scrolling the map, you will find spots of wild game. You can select these beasts to be hunted. Find the action at the bottom. Take care not to overhunt. Naturally, the beasts reproduce, but if you exterminate them completely, they're gone forever. Aggressive hunting can also trigger an aggressive response. Cool, but wait, how much meat did I assign? There we go, 2 crates. Okay, wonderful. Where are these deer? Down. Thank you for the helpful arrow. Ooh, far down. Aurochs. Oh, I like an auroch. Okay, hunt. Hunt 2 aurochses. And I keep pressing space. Look at the trees wiggle. This game is beautiful, by the way. Hello, look at the light on our mouse. I really gotta commend the creator. I think it's really, really gorgeous. It's one of those games that I feel like a lot of people wish they were making. I don't know how big the team on this is, but it's really gorgeous. Well done. Oh! Yeet! Cadaver. Don't we have to butcher that or something? What is that? Is that our house? Is that our home? Oh no, that's our home. What's that then? Wait. Oh, something. It's interesting. These like icons. Interesting. I also like there's 3 different map modes essentially. There's this fully zoomed out pixel business. Then there's this which has like simplified icons. And then of course there's this which is nice icons. Oh, look at it. It's so beautiful. What the hell? This is gorgeous. Look at that log. Look at this stump. We're shining it from different directions. Love that. Beautiful. Beautiful. What did you tell me to do? Store 50 units of meat. I think that's 2 aurochses, right? How much meat do we got? 4, 6. Oh, that's maybe we're gonna need more. Hunt another auroch. What is the plural of auroch? Just asking. I just want to know. There we go. Look at that. It's so pretty. We're definitely playing this more. We're definitely doing a let's play of this. By Yeeta's Tusk. That will keep us fed a while. Now let us dwell on construction. Construction needs materials. For our early crude buildings, wood and stone will suffice. We must replenish our stocks of this. Our first mission is to allocate crates in our warehouse for said materials. Hope there's space for 4 additional crates, as you need 2 of wood and stone each. Otherwise, another warehouse is needed. I will highlight the warehouse for you if this is the case. Okay. 2 of wood and stone. Can you just expand the original warehouse if you don't have enough? I mean, we have enough, but just asking. I'm just curious. Okay, so what is that? Oh. What would be wood? This is wood for sure. 2 for wood. And then 2 for stone. Stone. Good. Now order our tribesmen to clear some wood and stone. Use the tool I have highlighted and look for trees and piles of stone to select. Want at least 50 units stored of each in our warehouse. Remember to have a worker allocated in the warehouse along with at least 1 crate for each. Okay. We got a couple trees here. Clear all. Okay. I honestly, not to object, but I'd rather use this because I don't know yet what rocks look like. Are you a rock? Oh, these are all rocks. Okay. That's kind of easy. Also, if you hear any chatter in the background, there's children outside of my window. Boo. They're not mine. I didn't make them. Good work! Our brothers and sisters are busy chopping wood and smashing rock. If they're close enough to the warehouse, they will carry their produce to it. If not, then it is up to the warehouse worker to fetch it. Note that a warehouse worker is capable of moving large hauls of resources while your odd jobbers can only move a few at a time. Oh, that's good to know. Alright, let's speed them up. Think we gave them a lot to do. I don't know how much there is in one rock pile. Can I see how much you're carrying? Nope. I cannot. Okay. We're at 0-0 for everything, so I'll just let them work a little bit. Okay, it looks like they carry 10 at a time. Or is that the... Are you the warehouse worker? Hold up. Stop zooming. Stop zooming! How do I know? Elevate? Go to workplace. Okay, yeah. That's the warehouse worker. Oof, the zoom is so sensitive. Is there like a zoom sensitivity? Probably not. Gore! Lots! Do you want the music? Let me know in the comments. You want more music? You want more effects? I'll do effects on 20. I feel like they're a little bit low. 25. Cool. No settings for zoom sensitivity. You just scroll the wheel a little bit and you're zoomed all the way out. That's okay. Do they need houses? Joke Spinner. Aw, that's a nice name. You know, Joke Spinner is kind of like in a world where you get names for what you're known for. I would love to be Joke Spinner. I would probably be like Tangent Yapper or something. It's taken them a while to chop these trees. Okay, I think we can safely remove some of these stone tasks, I think. How do you remove a task? Never mind. By the time I figure it out, they're gonna stop. They're gonna finish it. Okay. Is that pipes? Fabric. Okay. Sorry. Looked like pipes to me. There's a lot of stuff here. Look. So you have different races, different all sorts of stuff. We're good now, but soon temperatures will fall. Cretonians are hot-blooded creatures and we run the risk of freezing to death. A hearth must be constructed. Okay. In the open world? Oh. Should have left 3 spaces. So is this our like home turf? Because then I feel like we could just have a hearth in front of it, you know? But also, maybe we build a hearth over here. Let's pause while we think. Maybe we build a hearth over here because, you know, maybe we'll have houses around it. It's always hard to decide where to build anything when you don't know anything. What is all this, by the way? Greenery. Is it vegetals? Vegetal? Okay, we will make this hearth over here. Over here. Oh, God. I'm not kidding. I just paused the recording for like 5 minutes while deciding where to put the hearth. And I'm gonna go over here. Most indecisive player on the planet. Alright, let's get this hearth on the road. They're building it. So it seems like the steps to building a house or any building is they clear the ground, and then in buildings they have to build the walls and the roof, and in the hearth I think this is just an open hearth, so I think it's just gonna be like this, and then they build the furniture essentially. Yep. Look at them all work. A well is also a primitive construction that is essential to us. Not only does it allow us to cool off if temperatures are too high, but it also allows us to keep our whiskers clean. Build one. What about the water? The drinking? Okay, I think with the well next to the hearth, right? That makes sense. That makes sense to me. That's pretty nice. I like this hearth. You can upgrade it. Oh, requires tech. Fancy hearth. Alright, let's build a well. The speed up, actually, there's no frame loss at this point. I mean, it's early game, right? In order for our subjects to thrive, they need services. Both a well and hearth is a service. Services has a maximum capacity of subjects they can serve at any time. These you've built should be fine for us in this regard, but still, click both the well and the hearth and familiarize yourself with their information. Then, I want you to sit back and watch as our brothers and sisters use the services. Do not peek at the womanfolk by the well. That is how one of my birth brothers dies. Okay. I know for a fact that someone from Eastern Europe wrote this joke. As someone from the Balkans. Okay, so let's see. Where's the maximum? What is that? That's area. Degrade. So it degrades. Upgrade. Load. Okay, the highest load of this service during a day. Available services for currently use 0. Almost everything in this world requires maintenance in the form of labor and resources. Without it, structures will decay and lose their efficiency. That is why it's time to build a janitor. Okay, janitor. Do you have any suggestion where to build it? Nope. Assign the area. Remove some of the area if need be. Make an opening. Place a workstation. Click the OK button. Alright, we're working on it. What if the janitor is attached to the warehouse? Because maybe they use the same stuff as the warehouse. Did they tell us how big it needs to be? Ooh, that's big. Okay, now I'm thinking we might wanna. Well, it's 5 janitors. That seems a lot for the start. So we could just have them here, right? And then we can have a door over here and a door over there. And then utilities. Over here. And over there. That's kind of a nice thing. Build. This you know, I think that's also economical because you're not oh wait, can I furnish this room? Yeah. Hold up, pause. This needs to be an it's economical because you're not gonna build 2 walls. If you already have a wall, build another thing next to a wall. Especially if it's a public service building like a warehouse, right? All right, let's let them build. Do they need anything? We've got food, we've got wood, we've got stone. Is anybody idling? Maybe we can look around and just... Is this something to Yes, it is. Oh, but it's not edible. Okay. Clear all. All right. All right. We don't want to over-forest, though. Is that a thing you can do? There. They've got some extra tasks. Let's let them finish this business, though. I was clicking around our citizens. I love that Rundia Argirius praises the vibes of our garden and wants these things. I love that. Also, look, all of them have, like, different requests and desires. We must honor Crater more. We need shrines. Streets. Like to eat my leader. Perhaps allow us an extra ration. What? Love to go out at night, but everything is so dark. More torches near well-traveled areas would help. I love that. Can I just spend time on that while they're working on this? No, let's follow the tutorial, because actually when you're doing the tutorial, it says, do what I say or else. So I think we should respect that. We don't want to get distracted. Very good. Maintenance is needed for almost all buildings. The janitor use resources for their maintenance work. Now allocate 1 worker to your janitor room. Also enable auto-employment, which will automatically regulate how many janitors that will be employed based on the need for them. Allocate a janitor, enable auto-employ for the janitor room. Alright, let's take a look. So, 1. And where is auto-employ? There. Now let's explore some of the more sustainable means of food production. Let's do some farming. I've given you some vegetables to use as seeds. When on your own, you can forage or trade for these. Now build vegetable farms enough for 5 farmers. 8 by 8 tiles is enough for 1 farmer to be busy, and you may build 1 big farm or several. Place your farm right next to the lake for natural irrigation and select the most fertile tiles. Okay, we got a lot of information. So there's fertility stuff, which is good. Maybe there's different seeds? We don't know. 8 by 8 tiles, enough for 1 farmer. So that's good to know. What's 8 by 8? 64. Okay, farms. Vegetable. How do I know what's more fertile and less fertile? Farms depend on irrigation. Before you can create artificial irrigation buildings by the natural pond, these the only viable solution. Fertility is very important. The drop on the map signifies irrigation and the color fertility. Try to place the room on high fertility tiles. Wait. So the drop is irrigation, so we want it light in both. On both accounts. Like this is less and this is better. Soil 100. Okay, cool. Okay, I think we got it. What is the difference between this? Expand room? Expand room over existing structures. Okay. Where should we put this? Okay, so they said that a farmer is gonna be 8 by 8, but check it out. 8 by 8, farmers 0.778. So how much is for 1 farmer? $60 tiles is 0.7, okay. We're just doing science. 75 tiles? Oh yeah, let's just do that. So 80 tiles. Okay. 81, 82, 83. So about 80 tiles. Okay, so it's not an exact 8 by 8. It's kind of the vibe. And I like that because I kind of like more interesting shapes than squares. So maybe this? 7 times 10? Ooh, is this still irrigated? It's a little bit less irrigated, but it should be fine. Yeah, moisture is good. Soil is good. Did he say 4 farmers? Diva, how many? 5 farmers. 8 by 8 is enough for 1 farmer to be busy. Okay, we've gone a little bit more than 8 by 8. I hope it's gonna be fine. We could reduce their height by 1. Because then it's 7 by 10? 7 by 9. Is that what we did? Yeah, 7 by 9 is basically the same as 8 by 8. But no, I'm gonna go for this. Because look, it says farmers. 2.5 and we have 3 fields. This is the most fertile land, but it's quite far away. And then I'm wondering, is distance also super relevant? Do you want to be that far away? We don't know. Maybe we just go down. Ooh, there's some lack of moisture there. All right. Well, that's more than 5 farmers. 7 by 8. Oh, but now they're not even. Okay, it's gonna be fine. It's fine if they're not even. No, it's not fine. Do you ever hate yourself? I don't know. Things need to be even in life, you know? And if they're not even, then what's the point? No, we'll be uneven. It's fine. I can take it. There. Fertility is very important. Yeah. Okay. Wait, what? What's wrong? Construct. Oh, it must be connected. Okay, never mind. So we need to make one big field. Okay, fine. All right, these are our farms. I've kind of combined a couple things. So we have 1 for 2 people here. We have 3 farms for 1 person. And I think that should be fine. Let's see. Look at how beautiful the rain is. That's amazing. I love it. I really want to make roads and stuff, but I'm so scared because the tutorial said, just do the things I tell you. Even though technically right now I wasn't listening exactly right because it said do 8 by 8s and I did 8 by 10s. But it's just, you know, in this view, when you check, it says how many farmers can work. And then an 8 by 8 is just 0.7 farmer. So an 8 by 10 is 1 farmer is 0.97. I wonder if that just means, you know, with all the walking back and forth, it's just not going to be able to work. I don't know. We don't know. We'll find out together. That's the beauty of playing together. All right. Let's see if we can get this nice and finished. It do be taking them a while to get it done. But I guess in their defense, farming isn't an easy task. Throughout most of human history, the vast majority of people worked in agriculture. Is there anything they need to make this, or do they just need to clear? Okay, they just need to clear. The clearing reminds me a little bit of knights and merchants, where like they would always have to flatten the land first. Oh, I really loved knights and merchants. Wait, they made one. That's nice. It ends up going pretty fast. Oh, and did the farmers just auto-assign? No, I don't want to refurnish the room. It seems like a person just auto-assigned to the farm. Or maybe it's just an odd jobber. Let's see. Do you need to assign farmers? One big farm or several. Place your farm next to the lake. Select the most fertile tiles. That's what I did. I listened to what you told me to do. Kinda. Okay, it do be looking like the entire farm was not fully done when this person came in. So maybe it's exactly what I thought would happen. But yeah, where does it say that they're auto-assigned? Proximity is good. Yeah, proximity does also come into play. Okay, that's interesting. Workload 100%. Maybe that's not amazing. Maybe you don't want people to have 100% workload. That might be true. I just like a nice non-square house. Food! Food is now the most pressing issue. You can quickly check our food situation by looking at or clicking the counter I have marked for you. Hovering over the food icons on the right can also give you some information. The numbers might look dire now, but soon our vegetable farms should yield vegetables for us to eat. Enter the food menu and have a look. Okay, production rate, consumption rate. Okay. Interesting. Check back on the food menu from time to time. It's of utmost importance that we produce more than we eat. Farms are good, but a bit tricky. They only yield food at harvest once per year, but the yield is plentiful. The farmers need to work the farm for a full year to provide the optimal harvest. Allocate storage for the upcoming harvest. 3 crates for vegetables. If need be, build another warehouse. Okay. I see. We've been scammed. I think, should we just make sort of like a farmhouse over here? We could just make a storage next to the farms. I think that kind of makes sense. Although you could have it further in the city. But for some reason, I have the idea in my mind that it's going to end up that this distance is not that big. So let's make a warehouse. Logistics warehouse. Here. We had to drop this area anyway because it was not the most optimal. Can you have 2 doors? Decrease insulation. Wait, did it say? Decrease insulation, but too little will make enter into room difficult. Right. This is like a big food storage facility. So we're just gonna make it like this. Right? I don't know. Maybe that's too many access points. We'll remove some of the access points. But this makes sense. Up and right and down. That's all the access points. And then let's get some crates. Ooh, what's that? Must be placed on items. Is it weird if we just do that? Okay. Did one of them just cancel? Did you not let me add an extra crate? There. Although I guess we don't need that one. How do I cancel a crate? Remove item, left shift. Alright, remove. Perfect. Okay, we'll let them build this. We're gonna make sure we have enough wood. I think we have enough wood. Do you have a full, yeah, we have enough wood. Alright, let's let them build this. Ah, it's the time of the year when wild crops are ripe. These crops will replenish our food stores. You can find these patches of edibles on the mini-map. But I've directed your view to the closest one. Order our men to harvest some. Okay. Ooh. Wait, is that different than the ones that we're at home to? Okay, yes. Alright, let's do some harvesting. Forage. Whoa. You've completed the current task. Now continue with allocate 3 crates for vegetables. Okay, well, thanks. Ooh. We'll just wait for these crates to be built if you let me do it. The music is so nice. Okay, okay. They're making it. They're making it. They're still all homeless. Just sleeping on the ground though. That's the problem. Well done on the music. To the devs. Hi, where are these crates? Come on, folks. We need the crates yesterday. Okay, we're done. Let's get these settings. These are vegetables. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now we must wait. If you run out of food prior to the harvest, you should know what to do. Hunt and forage. Now it's time for us to explore loyalty. Loyalty is your citizens' love for you, and you need it. The primary source of loyalty is to build things that your subjects like. Open up the loyalty panel and have a quick glance at what things you can do to please your people. Alright, are we finally going to start to build people's houses? Because that would be, I think, very good for them. Okay, I also am wondering if we should just add additional crates to store the stuff that we're going to gather. Fruit. Maybe we should just store it in here, though. We have the room right now. But this is kind of the food warehouse. Okay, we'll store it here, because I think we have 2 more crates, right? So we can go resources. Settings. 2 more crates, and we designate 1 for fruit. I don't know how much fruit we're going to get. Let's just designate both for fruit. And now we have no more crates to assign. Okay, wonderful. Loyalty tab. Where was the loyalty tab? Over there. Cool. I love that like different races have different needs and stuff. We learned about this in the previous, when we first tried out this game. There's all sorts of different races and they're really, really cool. Anyway. Loyalty 100. That's nice. Services super low. Population access. Food and hunger. Hearth. 41%. Okay, so upgrade is the needed thing. Fight pit. Food stall. Bathhouse. Skinny dipping. I love that. Do they not want a house? Environment, religion, occupation. Environment, road access, building. Different races like to hang around in different kinds of structures. Some like wood, some like mountain caves. That's so cool. That's very cool. So do they want different services? No, they want the same services. Is none of these like my own house that I love? Lavatory. Population. Oh, there's so many things that can happen. Government. Wow. All right, well, housing is essential. There we go. We're learning about housing. Okay, housing is essential for your subjects and a great source of loyalty. Basic housing is easy and cheap to set up and can later be upgraded by allowing your subjects furniture, but that's for later. Now, make haste and build some houses for us. Okay, I'm gonna say, because it is 45 minutes into the video, we are gonna call it here, and we're gonna build these houses next time. So, without further ado, we should probably wrap up because I don't want our videos to be 79 hours long. So, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoyed our first foray into Songs of Syx. I'm really excited to play more of this game. It was a recommendation in the comments, and I loved it when we first tried it, and I was like, I hope when my schedule clears, it's gonna be one of the top games on my to playlist, and I'm so glad that we finally got to it. So, If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to make these at least once a week. So right now I'm thinking Mondays, and maybe multiple times a week. We'll see. Every Tuesday we have a new game. We take a first impressions look at a new game. So we're going to have all sorts of stuff on Tuesdays, and then we have a couple other games as well. If you've never been around my channel, we do 5 videos a week and tons of different stuff. I like predominantly city builders and management games, but we've done forays into tower defense games. We had Automation Week a while back, which was an entire week just dedicated to games with automation elements. We tried 5 different games. They were all amazing. They were all games I'd not seen before, and it was great. It was very much like medieval Satisfactory to fantasy Factorio. It was a great array of games. So do be sure to check out the channel, check out all of that stuff, and if you want to see more of me, you can also come to twitch.tv/Lelling, where I hang out 5 times a week. I'm streaming there all the time, basically. So you could come say hi. Over there, we play lots of different games, RPGs, also the occasional like Dwarf Fortress. I also play Guild Wars 2 as my main MMO of choice. So there's a lot to find of me. If you enjoyed this, you will be sick of me before you know it. So go forth into the world and do all of those things. And remember, if you'd like to support me, you can do so here on YouTube and also on Twitch. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you also get on Twitch once a month a token that you can freely give to any creator of your choice, and that token essentially counts as a subscription. It's called a Prime sub. It's really cool. It doesn't cost you anything extra if you already have Amazon Prime, and I thank you for your consideration if you're thinking of spending it on my channel. It's gonna help me a lot. So thank you, everybody. I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, have a lovely rest of your life and stay solidary. Bye.